Okay, so it's Assata Israel here with another daily docey dose. I'm feeling good today. Like, it's crazy. Because, like, so the word of today, that when I started my day off this morning, the word was pressure. Okay, so, and I literally wrote it because I was listening to the song Fly by Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. I love Nicki's second verse. She said, I actually want to read it. Nicky. Oh, Inca. Okay, so she said, I am not fly, I am levitation. I represent an entire generation. I hear the criticism loud and clear. Let me restart because it's my song. I am not fly, I am levitation. I represent an entire generation. I hear the criticism loud and clear. That is how I know that the time is near. So we become alive in the time of fear. And I ain't got the motherfucking time for fear. Cried my eyes out for days upon days. Such a heavy burden placed upon me. But when you go hard, your nays become yays. Yankee Stadium with Jay-Z and Kanye. you gotta throw that in there for sure. But definitely, like, it was when she said, I hear criticism loud and clear. That is how I know that the time is near. So we become alive in a time of fear. And I ain't got the motherfucking time for fear. And it's like, you have to apply that pressure. Because you are that pressure. And I love listening to King Cass McAdoo on Facebook. I love listening to what he be saying. Because it's like, you are the motherfucking flow, and don't shit move without you. You gotta peep the play. You gotta pay attention. You gotta use intention. Oh man, I erased it, but because I had this dry erase board with some things I wrote down, some instructions I like to say that I wrote down. I had it sitting next to my bed, but definitely it's on my page too. It's the first pinned Instagram post at Share Herbo, if you didn't know. But anyways, you gotta apply that pressure. Like, you have to be willing to block out that noise and go through the storm. You have to be willing to see things for what they are. You have to be willing to rise above. I am not fly, I am levitation. You have to be willing to elevate yourself over the bullshit. Like, and I fucking love this song. Like, I represent an entire generation. And it's like, when you are called to do something with your life, you got to be willing to apply that pressure. Like, what I'm doing this shit for my little cousins. All of them. I'm not even gonna count their little head asses. But definitely, I'm doing it for my nieces and my nephews. I'm doing it for my little sisters. I'm doing it for my big brother so that they can see what I see too. Like, I got siblings. I got family too. And it's like, I got a godson. He got siblings. I represent an entire generation. I ain't even had my kids yet, but hey, they gonna inherit me. Like, anybody that inherit me is gonna fucking love it. Like, I kid you not, when I have kids, they ass gonna be fucking pressure. Like, y'all see all of these kids. Wait till I have kids. Like, I'm gonna keep saying that because I already, like, they don't even know what they inheriting yet. Like, they gonna come out the womb pressure, okay? They gonna be in the womb already applying pressure. Like, that's the type of energy I'm on. Like, I really learned to accept life for what it is. Like, me as a woman, I'm a woman. Womb. Woman. And I am put on this earth to birth children. However many God bless me with, and I'm cool with that because I know my calling, and my calling is to create, like, to represent an entire generation. And it's like, you have to be willing to release the fear, because we ain't got motherfucking time for fear. You is fucking pressure. Well, I forgot his name, but I just manifested his video to my energy, like, and it's so crazy that he used the word pressure in his video. But he be like, he be on the podcast mic type shit. He be like, big dog, him, whoever his name is. I can't remember his name, but I love his videos because like his videos always come to me at the right time. And it's like today, it's literally right before I made this video. Cause like I was literally in my room looking in the mirror like, big dog. Like, I'm a tomboy, like, and I don't care. Because I know that eventually when I switch it up, pressure, okay? And it's like, you have to be willing to accept things for what they are. Yeah, I had to grow up super masculine because I had to learn to protect myself. Who's going to protect me? Who? I had to learn to fend for myself. I didn't get to live in my feminine energy. And that's what women, as women, we have to understand. A lot of times women become overly masculine, not because they want to be, but because chemically you have to be. If you don't have that safety and security that you need, your body is going to respond to that trauma accordingly. So yes, you will be in your hunter state. You won't be able to nurture how you want to. That's why you have to find balance between it all. And it's like, you have to apply that pressure to yourself and realize realize what your real eyes, the real lies, and find out who you are and what you want. Because I gotta talk about tonight's conversation because he was just talking about this. But like, if you aren't living in your purpose, but you want a relationship, then you won't be able to be who you want to be in that relationship because you don't even know yourself outside of that relationship. Like my auntie, she kept saying this Tuesday. You have to learn to be by yourself. You have to be willing to do things by yourself. Like you cannot not be by yourself. You have to be content with yourself before anybody else can be content with you. If you always want somebody around to do this, what you do that, what you do this, that, then when do you have time to do it with yourself? Like, who's to say that person like doing stuff like that? Then you're going to be disappointed when they don't want to do it with you. Well, do it with your fucking self. It's just that simple. Like, a lot of people, like, we put so much stress onto ourselves because we have these limitations and expectations onto other people. Like, no, expect people to do what they want to do. Expect them to be who they is. You got to be who you are regardless of who they are. That's the pressure. That's you applying the pressure. You big dog. Be big dog with it. You see, I kid you not. That's why you got to put your dogs on chains, on a leash when you walking around, because them dogs know who boss for real. Them dogs know how to apply pressure for real. Like, why you think men be calling women bitches? Because a woman is a female dog. A woman is pressure. They know that they want to call her a bitch to degrade her, but the whole time you telling her she pressure. Like, don't get me wrong, don't call me no bitch. Because I ain't no bitch. I ain't no loyal female dog that's going to be with you through whatever. Like, yeah, I'm going to show you how to upgrade yourself when you fall. Like, I'm going to hold you down when you fall. Because if I feel safe in my feminine energy. Like, if I'm in that energy, hell yeah, I'm going to help you. But if I don't feel safe with you, then hell no. And you can't blame a woman for that. If all you ever brought in her life is drama, Then you want her to apply pressure and hold you down until you get back up. So that when you get back up, you can go fuck someone else. Like, come on now. It ain't tough. Like, I learned that lesson. And I refuse to do some shit like that to myself. Like, that's why we go through all of these failed relationships and shit. Because you have to know who you are and what you want. Don't be ashamed of your body count. Don't let these motherfuckers tell you wrong for having sex. Like, sex is a regular thing. It's things that people do. Like in Egypt, they literally have a hieroglyphic portrait of sex. Them doing sex acts, them practice. It's just you practicing your sexuality. Ain't like, that's what people don't be understanding. But the only thing about that, hold on, because I got my little cousin's watch. I can't just say shit like that. I realize that you cannot just have sex and all willy-nilly with your dickie and your pussy. So when I said that, it's like, once you know yourself and know what you want, then you can apply that pressure how you see fit. That's why that city girl lifestyle trend. I just saw Just Hilarious video this morning too. Like, they portray these images, but whole time they living a life of love because they already know who they are and what they want. And it's like, you have to be willing to see things for what they are. Like, the city girl lifestyle that everybody is portraying is them venting on how they came up. They not telling you to go do that shit. Like, with drill music and trap music and shit like that. They not telling you to go do that shit. They venting and they saying, this is what I've been through. This is like, learn from my past mistakes. That's the only reason why I got to get this shit up out of me. That's the reason why I'm making music. That's the reason why art is created, to get that shit up out of you. Ain't nobody telling you to go do that shit. You made that choice to go do that shit. You applied the pressure to go do that shit. You can't sit there and blame other people for the choices that you made. You applied that pressure. And it's like, that's why, even though like our minds have been twisted to look at life from this one-sided, from black and white. It's not life is not black and white. Life is in the gray area. Life is when black and white come together. And that's dark and light. That's shadow work and light work when it comes together. When your experiences and your inspiration come together, and it creates wisdom from the knowledge from your experiences. That is the gray area. No, nobody's saying go and have sex, go fuck a lot of bitches, go fuck a lot of niggas, and go make a lot of money, go blow it all shit on bullshit. Ain't nobody saying do all of that. But what I'm saying is, know who you are and what you want. And if that's what you want, you are capable of doing that. But just be mindful that that's not reality. All that chaos and all that bullshit, not reality. That's them releasing what they've been through in order to get to where they going. Or to where they got to. What they made it to. And it's like, that's all music is. It's people releasing their inner trauma. And like, that's the pressure. I'm going to keep saying, like, we got to apply that pressure. Because like Nikki said, I am not a word. I am not a line. I am not a girl that can ever be defined. I am not fly. I am levitation. I represent an entire generation. I hear the criticism loud and clear. That is how I know that the time is near. And we become alive in the time of fear. And I ain't got the motherfucking time for fear. Crying my eyes out for days upon days. Such a heavy burden placed upon me. When you go hard, your yays become nays. Yankee Stadium with Jay-Z and Kanye. Peace and love.